Japan is popular with Australians as flights have decreased in price by 10%, according to the Expedia Currency Monitor report. Photo Shutterstock Japan is the best value international destination for Australians, while flights to some top European destinations are at an all-time low, according to a new analysis. Voted the most popular destination by traveler readers this year, flights to the popular Northern Asian destination have decreased in price by 10%, and the Aussie dollar has strengthened 13% against the yen, according to the Expedia Currency Monitor report. See also Traveler names the destination of the Decade Asia rankings of the best value destinations for Australians. In Southeast Asia, Malaysia is the best value destination, with the Aussie dollar appreciating 11% against the Malaysian ringgit, and flights and hotels decreasing in price by 10%. However, over on the Indonesian island of Bali, Australia's favorite quickie holiday destination, prices are on the rise, but it hasn't stopped us traveling there in droves. Demand for Bali has risen more than 550% since 2011. And almost 20% since 2015. While it will only cost us $600 to get there, this is an increase in flight price by almost 20%. The price of hotels has also increased by 5%, making Indonesia not the bargain it used to be. Rice terraces in Bali, a destination that remains increasingly popular with Australians. Photo Adobe stock. The more exotic and far-flung destination of Sri Lanka is still a bargain and a viable alternative, where there are also great beaches, delicious cuisine and a wide range of accommodation options. Here the Aussie dollar has risen 9% in value, and you'll find return flights have dropped 5%, costing the average Australian traveler $1,030 return. Managing Director of Expedia Australia, Michael Pearson, said, "We know Aussies love Bali, but Aussies should consider broadening their horizons and look at other destinations in Asia. For a fly-and-flop holiday, booking a package is the way to go. Aussies can save hundreds of dollars by booking their flight and hotel together." Britain maintains its appeal with sites such as the Sunken Garden at Hampton Court Palace, near London. Photo Shutterstock. Over in Europe, Britain is an appealing prospect to Australians after the dollar gained 5% against the pound. However, adventurous Aussies will be happy to hear it's Iceland that tops the best value list for Europe. But this doesn't mean it's getting cheaper. Accommodation is 15% more expensive than last year, but it's 15% cheaper to fly there. And it might be wise to bear in mind the Aussie dollar has dropped in value 15% against their krona. Iceland tops the best value list for Europe, with capital Reykjavik a key stop for tourists. Photo Shutterstock. The European country that represents the least amount of value for Australian travelers is Greece, with flights and accommodation rising 10%. Pearson advises travelers to Europe to consider which airports they fly into carefully. Often you can have a better deal by flying into alternative hubs, he said. For example, Rome versus London. And if you see a good deal, book it early. Bird fares will be out soon. And with more low-cost carriers flying to Europe, the increased competition is likely to be good news for travelers. The island of Zante in Greece, the country has seen the price of flights and accommodation increase 10%. Photo Shutterstock. In North America, the U.S. is marginally better valued to travel than Canada, with prices rising in the latter 10% and only 5% in the former. In South America, Argentina is your best bet, with the dollar rising 15% against the peso, followed by Colombia and Brazil, where hotel prices have dropped a whopping 25%. The Expedia Currency Monitor measures the performance of the Australian dollar against major global currencies from the previous year, the average cost of international flights and accommodation in key destinations for Aussie travelers. Expedia Australia's Pearson said, "The biggest news from analyzing our data is that the Australian dollar is performing well, and flight prices have dropped for the majority of Aussie travelers' favorite destinations. Aussies have the world in their hands." Overall, Aussies are benefiting from a confluence of circumstances, including low-cost carriers flying more routes, competitive pricing amongst carriers and a strong Australian dollar, all providing a better deal for Aussies. See also the 10 hottest emerging countries you need to see. See also 9 great cities bursting onto the travel scene. To subscribe to the traveler.com.au podcast Flight of Fancy on iTunes, click here.